Hello, this is my Sun5 particle effects demonstration of my game project. My project using Unity built-in particle system to create two particle effects, the portal effects and the escape portal effects. In this video, I explain how each effect works and how I create it, what the setting I changed and why those changes are important. First, I show the portal effects. This effect is meant to represent the strange active space in the maze. I want to make it feel circular, dense, and energetic, so even without a full map, player can immediately understand that this tile is different from the normal ground. Instead of making it look like fire smoke, I focus on creating a magical rotating ring feeling. This makes me more suitable for a mystery portal. Now I explain how I create the portal effects in Unity. First, in the main module, I set the duration to 5 and enable looping. I want the portal to behave as a continuous environment object, not a one-time burst effect. For start lifetime and the start speed, I set it to 5. This gives each portal enough time to remain visible and enough outward motion, so the portal feels energetic instead of static. For start size, I set to 3.5. I made the particle relatively large and clear on the screen. For start color, I choose purple. I select purple because it's strongly associated with mystery, teleportation, and magic space. It fills the portal very well. Next is animation. In the animation module, I increase the rate over time to 150. This is the most important changes. A higher animation rate enables the effects to look dense and full. If the animation rates are low, the particle effects look empty and weak. By increasing it, makes the ring feeling more active and visually very important. In the shape module, I change the shape to circle. This is a core of the portal structure. The circle shape causes the particle to form in a ring pattern, which immediately spots the visual intensity of the portal. I keep the arc at the 360 degrees, so the particles are emitted all around the full circle. This change is very important because it transforms the effects from a generic particle emitter into something that visually reads the portal. Then I enable the size of lifetime. This allows the particle to change the size during the lifetime. I used it to make the particle grow and then reduce more smoothly, which helps the portal feel more dynamic. By changing the size over time, it adds some more life and motion to the effects. Finally, in the renderer, I use a particle material to display the particle with a soft growing shape. This helps the particle blend together visually and make the effects more magic. Next, I show the escape pod effects. First, I have the pod effect. This effect is designed with differently from the portal effects. Instead of a circular energy, I want this one to feel like a growing single. In the game, player is searching for a way to escape the dark and uncertain environment. Because of that, I want the escape portal effect to visually set hope, direction, and importance. My design goal is to create a soft upward light effect. That is why the particle system uses stretched particles, upward motion, and bright yellow-green colors. Compared with the portal, this effect is more directional. That means guide rather than confuse. Now let's explain how I create the escape pod effects. In the main module, I enable looping because the escape pod needs to remain visible as a persistent object marker. For start lifetime, I use a range from 3 to 6 instead of a single value, which makes the particle feel less uniform and more natural. For spark speed, I use a range from 6 to 10. This creates upward motion with vibration, so the particles do not travel exactly the same way. For start size, I use a range around 0.5 to 1. This keeps the particle smaller than portal, because the effects are supposed to be lighter and more green energy. For start color, I choose a color with yellow-green. I choose this because they stand out clearly in darker environments and feel like a winning single. In the animation module, I set the rate over time to 30. This is much lower than the portal effects. I reduce this particle count on the purpose because I did not want the escape pod to feel noisy or aggressive. It should be calm, focused, and directional. In the shape module, I use cone. This one is the most important design decision for the effects. I use cone because the escape pod should be visible and send energy upwards, almost like a single light. This is very different from the circular portal with the spread energy around the ring. I also enable the color over lifetime. This is how the particle fade over time and create a smoother, more polished effect. Instead of appearing and disappearing suddenly, the particle gradually loses in intensity. Also, I enable the size by speed. This allows the particle size to respond to the movement speed. In the renderer, I changed the render mode to the stretch billboard, and this is a major change and one of the most important part of the effect. Normally, the particle are rendered as a simple billboard, which often look like a round dot. But I want the escape effect to look at beams and light trails. By using stretched billboard, the particles are visually stretched based on the motion. I also increase the length scale to 20. This makes the particle appears with long and with strong and enhance light beam effects. This effect have strengthened the atmosphere of the game and also improve the gameplay communication by important objects and more readable. Thank you for watching.